crash leads to the arrest of a 17-year-old. Officials say an officer was attempting to escort a teen home after the crash when a firearm was discovered in the teen's waistband. The teen tried to run and was then held at gunpoint. 66 bars of Xanax were discovered in his pocket. The 17-year-old was charged with possession of a handgun by a minor, unlawful carrying of a firearm, and possession of a controlled substance with the intent to distribute.
Look the other way like time after time. It's just so much a man can take. I got too much on my mind. But I'm wrong if I say something. No, he ain't.
Man, you gonna get up. Oh shit, you touching a artery. That nigga touching an artery.
Boy, you know you day coming up and we gon' put them under. Niggas hating undercover. Rap game like it's a class.
Listen, I got money, make it fresh. I ran it up and I ain't ask y'all for shit. He tried to walk me out my office without the blame. These bitches wanna fuck me, they know who I am. If I don't want to do this, so I can show my friend.
Put a name on top that dish and I don't read it between the lines. These niggas begging for attention, but I'm busy, don't got time. How you feel, can't read your mind. Nigga, you know it's up. Last nigga try to fuck.
Boy, you know your day coming.
Nigga too gangster.
So that day I left school. I had cops hitting me, but I ain't had no more of what they need, so I left school. I shouldn't have left school. I had one of my big homeboys get me my car. Already been out in the west, so it was never a problem. So once I got there, I got to my work. I went straight to the plug house. I got what I needed, and I ducked. But throughout the day, I done had to throw one of them things back. So I've been feeling drowsy already, but me not thinking, I just like to hustle. I just, just trying to get my money in. I ain't no bad nigga. Money is money. Money make the world go round. So, but yeah, me always on go, roll running. My cousin Jeezy always tell me about that shit, man. Like, look, bro, you just gotta slow down sometime. But I be all in here first. So, I done get the pack. Going home, swerving, switching lanes, no signal. Drowsy, fuck around and crash. But I grind for my shit. I bought the car, you feel me? Check. I got my license, everything legal. It just the shit went left when I couldn't drive the car home, so the officer offered to take me home, and that's why I said yeah, okay, cause I'm thinking damn I just crashed the car, but fuck it, I still up. I just got the pack in. I'm struggling. I know you had to get searched to get in the police car. So now in my head, I'm just thinking, I got my hands up, she's searching. I'm just thinking, boy, as soon as she feel this shit, I'm out of here. I'm gone. She get to my waist, he has a weapon. I take off, you hear me? But damn on mine, I'm already off of Xan, I'm slumped. I fall instantly, like, got nowhere, just fell. I trying to see, damn on, and I stole, and how the news report and the media made it was way bigger than it was when teen held at gunpoint. They tried to make it seem like I was holding my weapon on them too. Like, mind you, I fell and my gun just fell and the shit was by me. I was trying to throw the gun. So I was trying to grab it to throw that shit in a lake, because it was a lake right across the street. But how they took it, he's reaching for his weapon. And I'm a lucky ass dude. Like, I'm really blessed. That's how I know him for a reason.
From the U straight to the shoe. Ayy. Come in this bitch like a gangster. Love me, nigga, I stank you. Work way harder, I outrank you. Ayy. Shorty, she gon' crank for that cash. She gon' throw that ass, boy, you better have a bag. You think this shit sweet? You get beat, we gon' hurt you.
Like a gangster. Hang on, that shit. One of my hardest hits. And I call that shit a hit. Somebody say it's too early, but if you can see the vision in the end game, that shit's never turning down, bro. And that shit was made right here in 95 studio. You know what I'm trying to see. But that shit came after the grind, though. That's the shine part of that shit. You know what I'm trying to say? And around the time I cranked up with the music, I wasn't really fucking with music. You know? It's just how that shit played out is I got a big homeboy, A1 Ray, dog rapper. He's a rapper too. He got some shit out on called that page called Trap Alone. Club banger. Go fuck with that shit. But he remixed the song Stacking by Pop Scene 6.
Right now, but I know it don't last forever. I'm just praying it get better. Yeah, I'm just praying it get better. Day by day, I'm trying to make it work. I'm down, but I can't let it show. I did the most for you, gave you my last, and you would never know. I take my day one niggas starting to envy. Lord, tell me.
And Pop Scene 6, that's the nigga coming so hard behind me. That's why I go so hard for them. But when A1 linked up and did that shit with Pop, that shit totally cranked the island, like all the way. And I believe this island history, island straight, this is straight island facts in a couple of years. Like when A1 and Pop Scene 6 did that song together, that shit turned the island up, hands down. Because if they never did that, Pop would have never met me. He met me through the Stacking Challenge. A1 was like, man, little bro, just go ahead and rip that shit. That's what I did.
Yellow Menace, boy, been a shit. Don't play with me, cause I fucking bitch. All these niggas fake, they fugazi, yeah, they counterfeit. Run down with that fucking stick, I promise you that I won't miss. I a trapper, I be getting bags off. He a capper, that boy talking his ass off. Catch him, split him, hit him with that sawed off. Put a nigga in the ground, show him we don't put us off. I be selling hard, selling soft, shit, I sell it all. And we talking to them law. Hey, kill.
Never did that, Pop would have never met me. He met me through the Stacking Challenge. A1 was like, man, little bro, just go ahead and rip that shit. That's what I did. And that's how Pop met me. And that's the history behind just how we clicked up. But that's not where that bitch stopped though. Ever since Pop met me, we just been going up. And he's just a chill ass nigga. Because most people look for what they can get out of somebody. Like they'll see young nigga who can rap, but he don't know he can rap. They see a ticket, you know. But I really showed me the ins and outs to the game. Like I've been on the artist side. We done booked me myself. I've been on the business side. I done been with Brad at the door, seeing how Brad manages the money. I done been 2 shows I'm on the flyer on, and they not letting me in because they looking at me like, who are you? You know what I'm trying to say? And saw how he handled that situation. And by the time I came out the club, they knew who the fuck I is. You know what I'm trying to say?
Boy, ain't Jody, they behind me and they gon' spray something. Soon as you think about taking off, boy, you know that cake coming. And I've been searching for them niggas, I swear they coming. Don't ask me about them boys, man, them little niggas, yeah, they stay running. Sexy little bitch, she playing games, she trying to fuck my.
Cause I rock that shit. But that's how I linked up with Pop through A1. Off that whole song at Crank. And so we put a lot of leg work in straight from the jump. We had feel like we needed something we could do in the club. And who else better than to get Mr. Club Crank man himself back boy side. So damn man. Me, I'm knowing side like he's lit, you know what I'm trying to say, but I wouldn't know how to be like, yo, so I gonna make a song or something. That's why when Pop on his big brush shit, that's why I fuck with him so hard, cause he has knowledge he's willing to pass down. Most niggas they don't wanna help, or they don't wanna revamp, or they don't wanna go back in and shit. But damn on, he did that shit from the jump and kept everything 100. So he used his connects and his old music history to basically bring mine to life. And so after we did that song with Sav, we felt like, you know, we really had something. So we hit pour on that shit too. Hit her, paid her, you know, she got everything done, and she totally cranked for the females as well. That shit got me some female fans, and that's what I needed, you know. I just felt like we had to hit some big Charleston people, and that's all I respected them, because most people can't put the ego aside and be like, I feel like I need this feature real quick. Everybody want to be on that, fuck a feature this, fuck a feature that. You can be a good artist, you know what I'm trying to say? But don't limit yourself. A feature can bring you out more, because now you're looking at a different way to approach a song. You know what I'm trying to say? So you just gotta be open-minded about shit. But yeah, so we cranked them shit with that Money Making Mitch and that's on my Money Making Menace mixtape. You know what I'm trying to say. And after we had cranked that shit out, get a little buzz, a little fan base, we started believing more, started going a little harder, started getting some shows. You know what I'm trying to say? So that shit just how that's totally cranked. Like, I'm looking at Pop like he one of my dogs that I grew up with, and like he a nigga my age, like talking to this nigga like, bro, we lit, nigga. You know, and he right there with me, cause and that's another thing we go so hard for each other, cause I had to put some people around you with the same plan and same vision. You can't be a working nigga and then have somebody who don't want to work with you. You know, cause if you want it more than them, it's never gonna work out. But yeah, so I think is after that Money Making Menace tape, people started looking at me a little differently. I also did the beatbox remix by Spot Got Him. It was like, damn, he got that club in him, then he, you know, he could switch it up and show them boy what's up.
Yeah, Menace fuck him up. Damn, this shit is exclusive. About that cut. Nigga, we cool. Yeah. Choppers 223s and 40 Glock just for the ops. Nigga don't play.
You know, and then that's when I had felt until 6. I was like, you know, I think we should crank a for the Biddy street. Let them boy know like I came out, club out, cause that's how I had to come out. But that's how I really is, and I gonna come in this bitch like a gangster, and that's where it came in this bitch like a gangster. How that shit came in. Every beat on that shit, except for the last track alone, and was off of YouTube. Alone was off YouTube. Every beat on there was made in the studio. 95. That's my producer. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, I don't go nowhere else. I have before, yeah, but as soon as I got here, instantly felt the vibe. You know what I'm trying to say? Instantly feel like he fucks with me, and that's what you need. That's how I pick what I go through. Cause if I feel like your relationship with me is strong, fuck the music. You gonna make sure I'm always knowledgeable and never going into a situation blind. And he always does that shit. Even with Pop, he always helps put us on point about some stuff we didn't know. And if we did know that shit, we still take that advice and roll. That's when niggas can't put that pride aside. Why I fuck with him so strong. But he made every beat except for that last one alone. And why I did that shit was to bring in my new album, Alone. Alone is like an album. You can feel the pain in me. It's not just real crank. It really captures every aspect of me as an artist. And I put it as the last song on the album for the Biddy to open up my album, because nobody knows I was dropping the album. So I put an album song to open up the album.
I've been walking alone, but I've been walking alone. For real, Menace. I've been walking alone, but it's on me, it's on me. They won't take my shine, tryna knock a nigga grind, but it's on me. Yes sir, back to back blowing.
And that album's called From the Cell to the Stage. And you know, I really put my all into that shit. I felt like I'm trying to let y'all into my life, because I feel as though it's certain things people wouldn't show, but I know my fans and I know the people who fuck with me, and I want y'all to know me too. I don't want y'all to think y'all chasing a ghost or celebrating a spirit. Feel me? I'm here and I'm real, and I want y'all to know I go through real everyday struggles. So I put Alone on For the Biddy to open up this album, and to end this album I got a banger. And that's all I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say is I got a banger. And the way it ends, the concept plays out. Gangsta's mixtape and that bitch with an album song. Drop the album and that shit, and you can finish the rest. You know what's going on. But that's really what's going on.
Bitch, we forever on defense. Fuck 3 feet, we in the deep end. Slanging rods, the opposition when they kiss me sleeping. You play with me, I pop it. I promise to leave it leaking.
So those, man, Killer Beezy, you know what I'm saying? Muller Gang, shit boss, Money Muller. Here with my little Baba, little Menace, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what to say about this little asshole, man. You know what I'm saying? Fuck with the nigga music. He got some good shit. The nigga gonna tell the truth. You know what I'm saying? He can let you know. He can let you into his world. Let you into some of that gangster shit he be having going on. Damn, the nigga get the name Menace from me, man. I give him the name Menace because the nigga, he really is a fucking menace. Like, since he been little, the little bitch been in the shit. Like, the nigga mama will tell you that shit. I don't really know what else to say, man. The little nigga, he just a fucking handful of fucking trouble and menacing shit. Like, yeah. Man, so let me ask you this: what make you start rapping?
I really start like fucking when we going downtown and shit, like in the trap, and you had the whole setup and shit. That's how I knew I was like, I would fuck with that shit, cause one, that shit, you hear the beat, and that shit just make you jump like off rip, like, damn, you know what I'm trying to say? So once I hear a beat, that shit just have me moving already, and then some shit be in my mind, like I be going through some real shit. And I just feel as though it's just like an outlet. You know, I just telling my story through the music, trying to get people to fuck with me. You know, if you know my story, and then you listen to my songs, you put everything together, and you'll be like, damn, Lil Bro really got shit going on. Like, niggas be sweet, niggas be lying for the beat, but ain't none of that shit. Like, everything we do, that shit really hard body. We really do that shit in blood. You know, and it ain't even being on no like street nigga this, thug nigga that. It's just normal nigga, everyday struggles. It's just how you deal with that shit. You know? Every nigga can be broke at a point, but if you gonna go get that shit. And me and my niggas, we've been taught to go get that shit regardless. So, but yeah, that just goes to play in with the why I start rapping, how I start rap. It's just to go tell that shit, to tell our side, cause looking from the outside in, you will, oh, them niggas just running wild, just doing this, that, and the third. When really, in reality, we just trying to survive just like y'all.
Straight to the shoe. Hey, nigga, coming this bitch like a gangster. Love me, nigga, I stank it. Look way harder, I outrank it. Hey, shorty, she gon' crank for that cash. She gon' throw that ass, boy, you better have a bag. Hey. Walk inside of the bitch like a gangster. Hey, nigga, tryna.
Fuck. Shit. Smoke with me, I'm just joking me. Niggas having solid smoke with me, boy, they just joking me. Oh shit, hey, play it back.
Control is really Dirty Dollar, which is really Drew Num Boy shit. Quality Control come from Charleston.
Yeah.
Niggas don't know that shit.
They didn't tell me that shit.
While them boy in town,
I be feeling like if them boy hear me though, they'll fuck with that shit. Like the world.
man, listen, boy, everybody gonna fuck with you. Man, your shit hard. Like for real, I know how it is. Like putting self-doubt into yourself or whatever, or thinking you gotta do this. That nigga do that shit all the time. But man, yeah. What shit going, bro? For real. You all right with me, my dog. For real. You got a fan in me.
Miles from that verse, so I can mix it into the actual song, the like it makes the song. Before you drop everything, I want to remix the song, like mix the song, go in and mix the song, go in. Alright.
One of the reasons I go so hard for my music is because one, I always had a musical side in me. You know, I kind of muted it because I felt that music, it was a hobby. It wasn't something I could go up with, you know. But I met Pop, I got fans, I started doing shows, and I saw people believing in me, and that's what caused me to believe in myself. You know, and I honestly feel like if I go hard enough, I'll get the big checks. And my ultimate goal is to bring my father home. That's why every day 100% I get my all into that music. Because I know how I feel to be locked up. And I see how people react when I tell them and I try to bring my daddy home. and give them a bond price, and they be like, well, you know, he come back out, he'll do the same. But you can't limit somebody off their past. You know, people not try to box me in off my past too, and I make a separate way every time. I cut a hole. So I'm trying to cut a hole for my dog because I feel everybody, no matter what, man, you can have a change of heart at any time in your life, man. And people that sleep on your past mistakes. That's just why I go so hard for my music. That's why I've been in the streets, bruh. And I don't portray myself as no street nigga, because I'm not. I just a nigga trying to survive. And how the fuck people come across me is how they come across me. Off the rip, if you see me tatted out, you're going to be on the defense. But if you get to know me, you wouldn't have to at all. But since that's how they come at me, that's how I have to come at them. That's why I come in this bitch like a gangster at times. Because of how people portray me, judging a book by its cover. But I say I fell back from the streets to say when I made my song Dead Wrong, that's really the inner artist in me telling you like all this shit, like I'm done with it. Like, you know, I did my dirt, I'm trying to live my life. And people see that shit as being a bitch or being pussy, but that's what they'll say. But they'll never ever come try shit. Because people know, like deep down you know, but you want to follow trends and you want to see what people, you know, you just want to ride the train, ride the wave. So you want to call this man this and call this man that. But my mind's just matured, and you know, they'll get there when they get there, but they're not there right now. And that doesn't bother me because I know what I got going on is something special. And if somebody ever do play, that'll be the day that the world knows that the nigga wasn't capping. You know what I'm trying to say? So when I made the song, it was about a shooting that happened. I wasn't in a shootout. I was getting shot at, you know. And I said in the song before, if somebody ever kill me, it's my homeboy. My ops don't step. And just to say that, if somebody tried to kill me, it was my homeboy. My ops don't step. You know, and not to get into names and all that, and it never been no, you know, I ain't gonna walk around speaking bad on nobody, you know what I'm trying to say. But a couple of my dogs, I had some partners, man, and the vision was to go up all together. Like my first show, had a dog by my side, you know, pull up in the hood, drop a verse with Boog, the real Boogaloo, Dirt Road outside, you know, they got producers out there and everything. Dog by my side, you know, shit start going up a little more, and the nigga just get the hit, and like niggas want to shine, everybody want to be Kobe, but somebody got to pass Kobe the ball, you know, cause that's teamwork. Kobe couldn't do that shit on his own. He's somebody always setting somebody up, and niggas don't know how to be the one setting people up, you know. And it's nothing. If I had to play that role, I would, but yeah, so dog went to hating, and after that it just escalated in the wrong way. You know, slick comments was made. Me still don't decide to respond, and I still don't, and I still won't, because I feel like it's nothing important to me. Like, you don't even feel that way about me. You just mad that you're not in my position. So I feel like when your mind matures, you'll understand. And you'll be like, damn, that been some clown shit, you know? Because niggas could have been done get niggas smashed. Like, niggas living like that is just, when you see the bigger picture, sometimes you gotta take that public L for that private W. You know what I'm trying to say? So I took that public L because in their eyes, they think they see what's going on, but in reality, in the end game, I'm gonna have the last laugh. I'm gonna be up, you know. And it went back and forth. Shots was sent at me, and when the police came to look at the car, investigate the car, they started trying to flip shit on me like, so how much time did you shoot back? oh, I see this red bandana. And I just like, you sitting there like, I didn't even call y'all. And now y'all trying to make it seem like I'm the suspect when I'm a victim. But yeah, them niggas did them though. And like I said, shots was sent back. Like, I think it was the next day or next night. I don't know because I wasn't there, you know. And I can't tell you who was there because I don't know. But being so open about it that people just want to do shit to me because it's me to try to get a name. Everybody knew, oh, they did this, not the bruh. That had to be bruh. It ain't been me. I probably been somewhere making music, leaving the yo, or at work, one of the three. You know what I'm trying to say? But that just goes to show you perception. They do that dirt. They put my name in the mix because they want a little attention, and now they heat on me. When really, y'all probably got some shit in the streets that about to catch y'all by surprise. You never know. But it's just I felt like I had to separate myself from that. Leave all that shit alone. So I took a break from all the murder music, everything. And I started pouring my heart on the beat. Started letting people know what's going on. Because after my car got shot out, after my shit get wet out, I got put out the house. You know? And I be understanding. I gotta think, what if I'm somebody who don't know nothing that's going on, and I just got some little nigga getting my house shot at? You know? So when Granny put me out, it wasn't, I ain't never hold no hard feelings. Cause I love my granny to death, and I felt like that was a step I needed anyway. Like, nigga, if you in this shit, you in this shit. You know? Sometimes you gotta cut ties, you gotta lose relationships, and you gotta break bonds. And it's not on no hard feelings. It's just you go your separate ways in life, because everybody has their path in life. So after I got put out, that's when shit got rough, because my relationship with my family wasn't the best. You know, I have a job, but I had car payments due. You know, now I gotta find somewhere to mix some motion. Just everything was all, it was miscombobulated and everything. So it's all like, you like, damn, you assed out. But I ain't never flinched, I ain't never fallen, I ain't never fumbled. Six got my back to the death. If I call that nigga, he coming. So I know, off top, I'ma do my game plan. And if that bitch fail, I got it for sure. 100%. I ain't flat broke. I ain't ass out. I got a place to stay. So when people speak so much and so hardly on, you ride so hard for Brian, you barely know him, barely is that. I known you for 10 years, can you see you give me $10? You know, a real nigga gonna know if you hurt and shouldn't have to hold out your hand. My homeboys, they don't gotta say, hey Menace, come here. I tell little bro, I got a power play for you, go hit that. You hungry today, let's go out, little bro. I ain't trying to fuck with you. Let's go get some clothes and sauce up on these hoes or something. You know, slide that bitch in there, but you still making sure your man's straight. You ain't gotta always be on some, here man, you don't gotta give a nigga money. You don't gotta make it seem like you babying that nigga. But always be there for your niggas, you know what I'm trying to say? And that's what separates real niggas from fake. So when people get on and try to trip and try to speak on something they don't know about me and Big Bro relationship, it just had me puzzled all the time, because it'd be like, how could you actually know what this man does for me on a daily and how I help him on a daily? Like, y'all see music and you don't see anything else, you know? So I just be like, hey, to each his own, y'all have y'all opinion. I know he's for sure solid, so it's forever that. But I felt to take my career to the next level, we really had to start powering up. And the person who shot my Dead Round video, TayShotta, and his TayShotta Productions, his homeboy Raj, and they together, and I felt like we just had to take off. Like, I had I got video mans. I have homeboys who are big artists in the city. So I know video people, but like dealing with them, I saw the difference. They're hungry for it, just like me. And if you catch a nigga on the come up and while he's hungry, a click up could be amazing, man. It's just people don't know how to put their ego to the side. Everybody think everything's about a dollar. Yeah, you can still make your money, of course, never short on your money. But if you see something and you got somebody who's willing to match your energy, match, like if you want to go half, bro, we have. Match their time and give everything your effort, you gotta hold them, you gotta hug them. And you gotta just keep them right there, because them type of people don't come along no more. Like, everybody wants something handed to them. Nobody wants to work for shit. But when I saw them two, I was like, they on it. Like, off the rip, I was like, boom, perfect click. And I'm hot right now. I got a manager who go dummy behind me. I got a fan base who gonna show love off the rip. I got a studio man who gonna mix that bitch down every time and not ask for $1 more. Now I got 2 cameramen who own this shit, you know, and that's my vision, like a power team. And so that's when we started working on what we're doing right now, our documentary From the Cell to the Stage, to take our careers to the next level, because it's not only gonna help me, it's gonna help them. Nobody down here coming like that, man. And so when they wanna know the cameraman behind that shit, like, who the fuck came to Charleston and shot that shit? They thinking they probably done get Richie Porter or some shit. Oh, really? It's the everyday niggas. Y'all just be too caught up in the hype to actually work. You know what I'm trying to say? Y'all scared to step out your comfort zone. Scared to experiment. Scared to try shit. And I feel like what separates us. Because this is my first time at that shit. Bro first time at that shit. And we all rocking that shit. It's locked in. It's deeper than the rap. Coming hard from the cell to the stage. People always had doubt me on some shit. People just always tell me I wouldn't have did this, I wouldn't have did that. You know, growing up, I stayed in trouble in school. I got expelled twice. Locked up senior year. Came home, threw tats on my face, all type of shit. People always just looked at me a certain way, gave me a certain image. But I ain't never let that shit lock me in or box me in. I always found a way to go hard off what people did and how people looked at me. Just, you can't let nobody judge you. You just gotta always go hard, no matter what they saying. Just always be you and stay true to yourself.